For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Just a quick word of warning, I had some issues with my face cam in this video, so it's not green screened, I've just used a little box, just FYI. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 16 of the Oviedo career mode here on FIFA 17. A couple of things to clear up at the beginning of this one that have come up in the comment section over the past few episodes. Number one is, yes, we will be going back up to 3 games per episode once we're out of the transfer window. That's kind of been a channel-wide thing that's been going on recently. We've only been playing 2 games per episode in each series just because of time restraints, etc. with recording, but we'll be going back up to 3 games per episode after we get out of the transfer window, so that will hopefully please a number of you. And another big question was the Oviedo shirt. I ordered one from the official Oviedo website, and it supposedly got delivered by FedEx, but it said left with a neighbour, and I've spoken to FedEx. They are absolutely certain it's been delivered, and all of my neighbours are absolutely certain that none of them have received anything. So I spent €55 on an Oviedo shirt that hasn't turned up, and I can't get a refund. So I'm not going to buy another one because I'm not risking wasting another €55. So there won't be an Oviedo shirt in this series, but hopefully for future series I won't have quite as much trouble getting hold of a shirt. That's why the Oviedo shirt hasn't materialised over the course of the series. I know it's been a point of concern in the comment section, but that's the reason. I think FedEx fucked up and don't want to admit their mistake, and either that or one of my neighbours has stolen my Real Oviedo shirt, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. So, unfortunately, no Oviedo shirt, but we have had plenty of suggestions from you guys for transfers in this window. We are currently, of course, negotiating with a couple of free agents to potentially bring them in this window. Also negotiating to potentially move on our current #1 goalkeeper as well, but you guys have offered me a number of options that would be available on a pre-contract. So I'm going to wait until I've got scout reports back on a number of these guys before moving for any of those free agents. A couple of you also saying that you think I should call up my youth players as well and start training them, especially the guy that was 87 to 94 potential. So we'll have a look at that in today's episode as well. But 2 goalkeepers suggested to me, Milinkovic-Savic and John Cervantes, obviously at Leganes in the league that we're playing in. Lovrencic is the right-sided, I say right-sided midfielder probably because he would play on the right side of midfield for me, that we currently have a contract offer in for. Esaid Belkalem is a centre-back you guys suggested to me, same with Fernando Tobia and Panagiotis Retsos. 3 centre-backs that I could potentially look at. One very young, the other 2 experienced, but might be better than what we've currently got. I don't know anything about any of these guys, to be honest. Another guy, or a number of guys that you guys have suggested, include Derlis Gonzalez, currently at Montpellier. I think he's Paraguayan. I think that's the Paraguayan flag. Let's have a look, shall we? Are you Paraguayan? You are. He can play on either side of midfield as well, so wait and see what his stats look like. Rodolfo Pizarro is a centre mid that has been suggested, similarly with Alejandro Pozuelo, Spanish guy currently at Genk in the Pro League in Belgium. We have a number of other options here as well, including Javi Ontiveros, currently at Malaga, 19 years of age. Not sure what he's going to be like. 29 to 39 strength doesn't fill me with confidence, though. But again, can play on either side of midfield. Amato Cicciaretti has been suggested to me. I am hoping, or I would prefer to, as we mentioned in the first transfer window, sign players that are either from Spain or either from leagues that speak Spanish or from countries that speak Spanish. So, no, like Argentina, Brazil speak Portuguese, but obviously a lot of Brazilians come to Spain anyway, and there's not that much difference between Spanish and Portuguese as a language. So I would consider, say someone was playing in England but was Paraguayan, like the other guy, then I would sign a Paraguayan from England because they speak Spanish, basically, is what I'm trying to put across to you. Valentin Eseric is another player suggested to me, a cam from Nice. Adama Traore, he's only just moved to Middlesbrough, from Aston Villa, so he might be one for next season, but one we could definitely look into, obviously very, very fast. Rodrigo de Paul has only just gone to Udinese from Valencia, but another one potentially for next season. and I believe there was a striker. There was. Jadson Vidigal is another player to have added to the list here, also available on a pre-contract, but don't know anything about him, and still waiting for scout reports back on Lautaro Martinez as well. So there are a number of players added to the shortlist that we are looking at. Again, feel free to leave me your comments in the comment section down below, but bear in mind, I have next to no money. I can afford up to £14,000 in the wage budget, because I'm going to need at least some money spare for signing on fees for the youth players. So I don't have any money whatsoever. And of course, I made the mistake in the last episode or last couple of episodes of saying that I'm waiting for prize money from the cup competition. But of course, on FIFA 17, the money that you win from cup competitions doesn't go into the transfer budget until next season, rather than the current season you're in, as it has done in all of the previous titles. So unfortunately, despite the fact we're doing well in the Cup, it's not actually going to benefit us this year, but hopefully it will benefit us next year. Got Real Sociedad to start off with in the first leg of the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey. Then we have Lugo away from home, Club Deportivo Lugo. So we are actually top of, at least I think we're top. We were top. I can't quite remember. It's been a couple of days since I recorded an episode of this series. Yes, we are top by 6 points ahead of Cordoba and 7 points from Almeria, 9 points from Real Valladolid. So after a very, very steady, average start, we're starting to put together some good form here, so I'm hoping we can continue that in today's episode. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Of course, this series is coming to you daily. Oh, in snow, really? Ugh. The Napoli series is coming to you as per the normal schedule as well. And obviously there's Football Manager content in the mornings with regards to the stream replays. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel. Do make sure you sub so you don't miss anything. But let's jump into this first game of the episode. See if we can't get a half-decent first leg result against Sociedad. Pereira out to Varela. Pull that back there to Pereira. Into Michu. Across there to John Arias. We'll play the 1-2. And Arias is still there. Here's John Arias. Go to Susayeta. I think the defender thought I was going to go to meet you there, which I probably should have done, but Rulli makes a good save. We know how good he is from the Napoli career mode, of course, but unfortunately not able to find a second opportunity there. So just the one chance in the game so far, but top save by their goalkeeper down low. Rocha out to Salbajon. Into Jonathan Pereira. Michu's making a good run. Susayeta's on this far side though. We've played him in. I'm going to look for Michu at the back post. Cross is deflected and will drop straight to Illarramendi. It's been a really tough game so far. That is a hell of a ball, but I think Fernandez will get there first, and he has done. It's been a really difficult game. The conditions have drastically affected how this game has been played, especially considering my players aren't that high a rating, and of course they don't exactly have the best of first touch and control and passing accuracy in bright sunny summer conditions. So we are struggling in this game so far. Only the one chance created by either team, actually, to be fair, in this game to this point. That one that was saved by Rulli after about 20 minutes or so. I'm working the ball about nicely here. Rocha with a good turn. I could have played through Susayeta there, but couldn't get the ball out of my feet thanks to the heavy touch, and they'll work it away. 5 minutes to go till half time, and I've no idea which way this game's going to go, because it's just a difficult physical challenge here just to battle through the conditions, let alone play against a side that are most definitely better than us on an individual player basis and pretty much in every position. So I'm struggles, but they've not been too good so far, so we're not struggling so much that we're going to get outplayed. We'll see what the second half brings us, unless we can do something at the end of the first half here. Susayeta turns inside. Jonathan Pereira's through that gap. Could get that to Salbajon, who's racing away, and he's in, and I'll square it and find nobody, but it's going to drop to Pereira. No, it's not. Rulli gathers. 0-0 at half-time. Rocha into Pereira. Cross to Salbajon. Go through that gap to Michu. I need some support. Pereira's there. I'll go Michu again, and then through the gap they're looking for Rocha, who we found well. And he'll get it to Bajon, who's turned and fires that straight at Rulli, but could win the header. Could drop to him again. Could drop to anyone here. They've tried to just slash it away, and they've cleared it not well enough. Get that across there to Bajon again, who hits it. And Michu looking to get to the loose ball. Again, they haven't cleared it well enough. Rocha down there to John Arias. That wasn't meant for Varela, but never mind. Squeeze that through that gap, looking for Pereira. Got it under control, but Inigo Martinez with a good tackle. Starting off the second half in a decent manner here, actually. Real Sociedad are yet to have a shot at all. That's how average they've been so far in this game. But despite the fact we're the ones creating the chances, we still haven't scored either. So, oh, that's not gone according to plan at all. And that's a good... Well, there's their first chance. Illarramendi putting that narrowly wide after a terrible mistake by me down by the corner flag. Thankfully, he missed the target. Johnny Reese out to Susayeta. In there to Pereira. Tackled though. And we'll get this back to Johnny Reese to Bajon to Rocha. Out wide to Varela, the left back. We get it back inside there to Rocha. Heavy pass, but decent touch. And he's broken free. Deflected. Penalty given. Penalty given. Pass. I mean, the shot had already come in. So I don't know whether that should have been a pen. He did wipe him out as he was taking it. Let's have a look. Did they get the shot? Oh, yeah, just got the shot off, but it is a foul. Referee gives me the pen, and it'll be Susayeta to step up to take it. He has the best penalty stats. Now, someone told me to turn the arrow on because I've been missing a lot of penalties, but I don't like using the arrow. I feel it's cheating, so we'll just take the penalty normally and actually score one for once. Oviedo 1, Sociedad 0 with 20 minutes to go here in the first leg. Of course, we know that away goals do count in this competition because that's how we made it through to this round on away goals against Athletic Bilbao, another decent La Liga side. So we know that we have to try and keep them out here in this leg, and that would leave us with the best possible chance of going through, with the second leg being away from home, especially if we can pick up a goal in that game too, after being 1-0 up already in this game. So if I can keep a clean sheet here, we've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. Vela, early ball, headed away by Costas. Well, I say headed away by Costas. That wasn't headed away at all. It was nodded down to the goalkeeper. It's weird. Sometimes you try and head back to the goalkeeper in situations like that, and they'll actually kick it, and your keeper can't pick it up. That time, I tried to actually head it away, and he headed it to the goalkeeper, which was still the best thing to do. But Hon, that was on target and headed towards the bottom corner. But again, a good save by Rulli to stop us from extending our lead. And that will probably be full-time momentarily as well. They've had a couple of chances in this second half, Sociedad, but they haven't been very good. They've not been that tough a test. We are going to get ourselves a 1-0 win from this first leg, providing they don't score with this particular move, of course. Willian Jose cross here into Elizondo, through to Carlos Vela, and I bet they score now, don't they? Absolutely typical. Carlos Vela rescues the game for them. That's an away goal for Sociedad, which means we will have to win in the second leg or get a high-scoring score draw to go through. Oh, it's so frustrating. That's really jeffing annoying. Oh, it's like the last kick of the game as well. I bet the referee blows his final whistle pretty much immediately, and indeed he does. Right then, well, that's really annoying. Back to the transfer window we go, and then into the game against Lugo back in La Liga. Oh, was their only shot on target the entire game as well? Of course it was. Got another transfer offer in for Juan Carlos. This time it's come from Dijon in the French leagues. Again, we'll be asking for 2.6 million, trying to raise that extra little bit of money to bring in a couple more players if we can. I'm looking to potentially move on Sal Bajon as well. Or was he unavailable for transfer? I can't quite remember. Did I list him or not? Let's have a look, shall we? Fernandez is transfer listed. Sort by positions. We're looking for left mid. Sal Bajon. I can transfer list it. Oh no, recently joined the club, wasn't it? Piss. Right, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't sell him on, so we'll sell him on next. I knew there was... I had something in the back of my mind that was like, no, you couldn't sell him on, could you? And that's just reminded myself of why I can't. But we've got some emails coming in here. Hopefully responses to the counter offers for the goalkeeper, Juan Carlos. And they're going to give me 1.8 at Valladolid. No. I said the minimum I would accept was 2.1 or 2.2. So I'll ask for 2.3. And Cologne have offered me 1.6. That's just quite simply not good enough. So I'll ask for 2.3 from them as well. That's annoying because if Juan Carlos is to go, I'm going to need him to go for a decent price so that I can adequately replace him. I will hold off on signing the youth players up to the first team just yet until we know what's happening with genuine first team players. Transfer offering for Varela, the left back, but I'm most definitely rejecting that. He's going to be one of the best wing backs that will bring through the youth system. Queretaro come back with 1.9, sorry. So again, I'll counter offer 2.3. I think it's going to be the case of with a lot of these deals. He's just counter offering them. Laurentics is declined. Currently settled where you are. You don't have a club, mate. How can you be settled where you are when you aren't anywhere in the first place? What a prick. Well, I'll hold off on that then. Ibar are going to match to 2.5. That's good. Hurtado's accepted a contract offer. Is he a youngster? I can't remember what I did there. Is he? He must be a youngster that I called up from the youth. system. I must have done that in the last episode and can't remember. Let's have a look, shall we? Have a quick look at my squad. Oh, that's the thing when you record videos in batches, you kind of forget what you've been doing. Oh, he was the young goalkeeper, wasn't he? Yes, okay, that's fine. So we've called him up. Going to train Herrero and look to sell on Juan Carlos. Yep, no, I've remembered what was going on now. So we've got a new goalkeeper to come up into the first team squad at some point. I will train Herrero until Herrero is of decent quality, and then I'll start training that youngster, and hopefully he can grow on his own anyway. Figueroa's accepted the contract. Werder Bremen have offered me 2.1 for Juan Carlos. Again, we'll counter 2.3, and we'll see what they say. Figueroa, he was the centre mid, wasn't he? I will hold off for now on the centre mid signing, although that is quite cheap at 4.6. I'll hold off for now because I do have the youngster that's centre mid that I could call up and train. My phone is going mad. I do apologise. Where are we? Yeah, Luis Sanchez. He's 59 rated. I could call him up. We already have a centre mid option there. Valentin Prado obviously is still 15, so I can't call him up. So, but we do have two okay wide options to call up. Decisions. I will call Luis Sanchez. In fact, I'm just going to do that now, just to avoid any further confusion. And I'll say he's going to be a first-team player, or future first-team player, sorry. £425 off the wage budget isn't going to make that much difference, I don't think. But we will wait and see what happens elsewhere in the transfer window before making any decision with free agents. But let's jump into this game against Lugo now and try and maintain our lead at the top of the La Liga Segunda table. To Seoane, through to Vico. Lewis trying his best to hold him up. He's done well enough. It's a strong challenge, but one that the referee deemed to be a legal one. Nando did well to keep that in, but unfortunately ended up giving the ball away. Oscar Hill heads that out only as far as Seoane. There's so many vowels in that name, I don't quite know how to pronounce it. There's the first shot of the game. Jorge gets a block on it, and it's going to go out for a corner here to Lugo. And the cross will come in from this near side from Campillo towards the near post, and if you're what is with all the vowels in these people's names? If Iriome could have kept that down, then that could have been a great opening goal. But he tried to flick it on at the near post and just got too much underneath it. 0-0 after 5 minutes, but Lugo threatening. Through the gap there to Iriome. Apparently Lugo have won their last 3 games in a row, so this is going to be a difficult game. It has proved to be such so far. Oh, Villalba can't quite turn past Carlos Hernandez, and they're going to come away again on the counter here. They're playing well, Lugo. I don't know where they are in the league. I didn't check before the game started, but if they've won 3 on the bounce, then they can't be doing too bad this season, can they? Unless they've had a terrible start and have only just found their form, but I highly doubt that's the case at this stage of the season. Vico here, again tackled by Eddie Lewis, who doesn't necessarily have the most high potential, but with training, we can get him up to the mid-80s, I would have thought, to either sell him on at a later date or just utilise him in the squad. So I'm quite happy to keep him in the team for now. There was some discontent in the comment section saying that I perhaps should just look for someone else at wing-back because my wing-backs currently aren't good enough. But I'm happy with my wing-backs so far. And Vila will look to get that through to Fran Villalba, who could turn here. He's done brilliantly, but it's a great block by the defender. There's my first chance of the game after 22 minutes, but sadly, well defended by Lugo. They've been good going forward, and thus far, they've been good at the back as well. Villalba into Toche, tackled by Carlos Hernandez again. Still very good at the back here, Lugo. Lewis into Nando. Cross there to Toche. Actually got a couple of bodies flooding forward here. Lewis, of all people, is the man that's pushing forward in, well, a striker's role at the minute. Carlitos turning inside well. De Peña. Oh, my God.
Well, credit for the effort, the intention, but the technique was poor.
That's one of the worst shots I've seen a player have in a very long time. I just don't have any luck, do I, with people on the left-hand side. Sal Bajon can't shoot on his right foot, and neither can De Peña. And with a throw. Get that to Lucas Toro, though. That was a rather poor throw, and I look to thread through Toche. Got people with me here. I'm going to try and hit it early. Toche. Oh, my word, that was not far away at all. Rocket of a shot from Toche. And that really wasn't far away. You can see it. If that had just bent a little bit more, keeper, I don't think would have gotten there. That would have been 1-0. 5 minutes into the second half, still goalless. Good header from Jorge. Villalba quickly forward to Toche. Villalba will go again. He's in a good position. Oh, and he's done the defender. Villalba deflected. That'll be a corner. We're putting the pressure on now. Let's see if we can actually get ourselves in front, shall we? Decent delivery. Who's underneath that? Nando! Wide. Haselu spins well. Oh, and I've missed the challenge. Oh, that's a finish and a half from Haselu. I missed the challenge on the edge of the box. Tues came close with a similar effort, but went wide. Haselu has buried that. Fantastic hit. That was brilliant from him there. That's annoying. That might be another defeat for us this season. I don't think I'm going to equalise in the next 11 minutes. Campillo out wide to Calavera. Back inside to Haselu. Good football again from Lugo. It's so difficult to defend against. Some of these smaller sides in Spain... Oh, it's a great ball. Some of these lesser sides in Spain play some really good football. We've noticed that this season. Very, very hard to defend against at times. It's a good header and knockdown though. And we might have time for one more chance. I'll go to Lucas Torre here. Back inside there to Tues. I need a runner on the outside of me. I've got one, but I'm actually going to turn back and then backheel it through that gap. That's gone well. And Nando can get that round the corner to Lucas Torre, who gets tackled. Oh, that would have rolled the defender and I would have been in there one-on-one. Here's Nando. Go on then. We'll give it a crack from the edge of the box. That took a deflection. At least I hope it took a deflection. It did. Corner. Fialba with the cross. Final opportunity of the game. Up goes Miguel to head it out for another corner. Let's try again. Come on, please. Please equalise now. Great cross. Up we go. Oh, Carlos Hernandez wins the header. Tues will get out to it. But will the referee blow his final whistle as soon as I get there? Well, I can't even keep the ball in play. Oh, Tues, what have you done? I don't suppose it's really his fault, is it, to be fair? That one mistake isn't going to cost me the game. It was a mistake on the edge of my own area before Haselu smacked it into the back of the net that's cost me in this game. A 1-0 defeat here against Lugo. Unexpected, but still, we will have to take it on the chin and move forward. Come back to 5 emails, one of which is a press conference. Still not paying what I'd asked for Juan Carlos. I can't remember what I counter-offered to Valladolid last time. Oh, I think it was 2.3 I did for everybody, wasn't it? Although Ibar did accept. Oh, Dijon just aren't going to give me what I'm after, are they? Again, I counted 2.2, but I get a feeling I'm going to have to rely on that Ibar deal coming through. Otherwise, we might not be able to sell Juan Carlos for a price that I'd be willing to accept in this window. An offer's been made for Jadson Vidigal, which is frustrating, considering I don't know anything about him yet. Oh, and he's already signed it. Buzzing. Great. Cheers then. Right, well, we'll take him off the shortlist then, shall we? That's annoying. Cheers. Note to self, if we ever play Augsburg at some point in this series, make sure I batter them. Oh, they're going to match the 2.3. Thank you, Queretaro. Right, okay, so we might be getting either 2.3 or 2.5 for Juan Carlos. Let's see what we're going to get from these emails here. It's 3 at the minute, and it might go up once we hit the new day, which it hasn't. But player sold. He's gone to Ibar for 2.5. We have 1.8 added to our transfer budget. Thank you very much indeed. Right, that will most certainly come in handy right about now. So Herrero has gone straight into the starting lineup as we wanted him to. Good news. Right, what have I got money-wise now? Let's have a look. Well, 1.83 million transfer budget-wise, but the most important thing is pre-contracts. And I've got a decent amount now to offer around pre-contract-wise. That sale may have just helped us bulk out the squad for the start of Season 2 and cover for the amount of loan deals that we currently have here at the club. We started the series with the club already having a number of players on loan, and it was going to be an issue replacing them. But if I can pick up a number of players on pre-contracts now and or free agents, which I will go back in for Lovrencic now. What did I offer him before? It was 9.2, I think, wasn't it? I'll go back in for him and offer him important first-team player, and I'll go and accept the offer that, if it's still there even, for, where are you, Figuera. Okay, I can't do it from that screen, so we'll have to go back to the offers, and hopefully we can accept this one now as well, which we can. Good. Right. Things are moving now in the transfer window. It's going to come to life in the next couple of episodes, but that's going to bring today's to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series. The Napoli series is ending over the next couple of weeks, so make sure you check the channel page for any of those episodes that you've missed. And hopefully we can have a very good transfer window here at Oviedo. I'll see you next